What's up, everybody, and welcome to the second most popular trivia show on Super Trash TV. This is One Up. I am so excited to be back hosting the second episode of this show. This one, the theme is one of the most popular gaming franchises in history. That's right. We're talking about the one, the blue blur, the fastest thing with feet, Sonic the Hedgehog. And I have today two of the biggest Sonic heads in the Super Trash TV crew. If you haven't met me yet, I'm Jacob Rubin. I'm wearing a shirt with sloths on it, and I'm ready to introduce. First, we'll go in alphabetical order by both first and last name. Oh, all right. Hailing all the way from Brooklyn, New York. Put your hands together for Brandon Garner, everybody. Brandon Garner, make some noise.
I'm walking here. I'm Brandon. I'm walking here, Garner.
Brandon, I'm so
Hello.
excited to have you on the show.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Tell me and tell the good people, why do you deserve to be in the Sonic-themed episode of One Up? Why are you the biggest Sonic expert?
Because because I did not have a Sega Genesis growing up, and I watched the cartoons and read everything, and I wanted to be able to play the game so bad that I made friends based on whether they had a Genesis.
Excellent. All right, and that's all I need to hear. I love when you say I'm a big Sonic expert, when the first thing you say is I didn't own the thing that he was on. Let's go to our other contestant who showed up in costume. Thank you so much. Coming from San Francisco, am I correct? San Francisco, California?
Well, I guess a little south now. A little south now.
Okay. Coming to you from the planet Mobius. Wearing a Sonic hat. Make some noise for Derek Lipkin. Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Jacob, let me just real quick. You're way past cool.
I'll take it. I don't love it, but I'll take it. It's the internet in my parents' house. Derek, tell me please, why do you think you are the biggest Sonic expert?
Oh,
what have you done?
It's taken a long time for me to get to where I am. I mean, it's countless comic books. It's countless hours sitting in front of televisions with either a controller in my hand for the Genesis or the Dreamcast or the GameCube or whatever may have you. It was just all building to this moment. Sonic the Hedgehog has been an integral part of every moment of my life. And whether that's a good thing is for others to determine. For me, it's all about coming out on top in this competition.
Champion speak. That's what we like to hear right here at Super Trash TV. So let's go ahead and move on to the slide that will explain for you and for everyone else the jaw rules of this competition. When you know the answer to the question, you will PM it to Ben, the producer, who is hitting the soundboard and doing a fantastic job back there. You will send the message to Ben. After both players have said their answers, they will be revealed one at a time. You may not change your answer after you've submitted it, even if you change your mind. There is no time limit, but once one player has submitted, the other player will have 10 seconds, 13 seconds to get theirs in. Gotta go fast. You gotta go fast. For character answers with 1 point. Take a drink if you get an answer wrong. Take an additional drink if you're wrong and the other player is right. Please don't look at the chat because people in the chat will be chiming in. I see we got a few people. We got Jesse. We got Somnul. We got Seamus Calder. We got Melly Ever. Ever? That's a new person. Welcome. Believer? Now I'm a believer?
That's it.
And most importantly, have fun and be yourself, everybody, as we get into this Sonic game.
Yeah.
Because as we all know, we all have an animal persona inside us, and maybe that animal persona will appear in this game today.
Oh, no.
So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and move on to the very first question. We're going to start things off with the least. We've got 15 questions. So let's start with this first question. Super easy. What is Tails' real name? Send it to Ben when you think the answer. All right, everyone's reporting in? Oh, that was great. Nice and quick. So let's start with Brandon. What did you put? What is Tails' real name?
Can I say it, or does okay? So
Oh,
it
no,
is.
now that you submitted it, I'll ask you, and
Okay,
then
got
you
it,
just
got it.
say the
Cool,
thing
cool,
that you
cool.
said. Yeah.
Yes, miles per hour.
Miles per hour. A terrific pun.
Yep.
Derek, what did you put?
So put miles per hour.
Miles per hour. Let's reveal the answer. It is miles per hour. Full name Miles Tails per hour.
I did not get
I
the pun until I was like 22 years old.
I just want to talk about this. I found this when I wanted to like. I think this is from when Tails first came out. They had a little bio about him in the manual. I love that his weak point is question mark, and his likes are machine maintenance. That totally makes sense. And his number one mint candy of all the
I mean,
candies.
it's you gotta stay fresh when you're next to Sonic.
Yep. Gotta go fast, gotta go fresh.
How has he never been the spokesman for Listerine breath strips or anything?
Great question.
He's
He
made
really
for
should have been.
it. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 2. What is the full name of Amy Rose's signature weapon? All right. The sound of Sonic drowning means that means time is up for you to get your answer in. Before we reveal the answers, Seamus Calder has outed himself. I just got the miles per hour pun. Let's start with Derek. Derek, what is the full name of Amy Rose's signature weapon?
Oh well, this is where it gets real awkward because I tend to be a classic Sonic fan, and so I put down Flower Mallet.
Interesting.
Well, wait, what do you mean by classic? Like Amy has been a part of the series since going very far back.
I think the mallet was a more modern edition, specifically with the introduction of Sonic Adventure in 1999. So
That
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, that makes sense. Amy's been around, but the hammer hasn't. Okay, Brandon, I'm hoping you got this one right. What did you put?
I think I did. Pico hammer.
Okay,
Is that right?
let's reveal. It is the Pico hammer.
Okay, it's 2. Okay, well.
I'll give it to you. It's
Okay.
not. We're not. Yeah, that's splitting hairs. You're in New York. You got to do things a little more quickly. I get it.
Yep.
Yeah.
well done.
No, you don't need to play the laugh track for that. That's fine. Yeah, the Pico hammer. That I'll take. Yeah, the Pico hammer is what Amy uses in many games, including Sonic Advance, where she would swing it on the ground to launch herself up for a more powerful jump. Speaking of characters, let's move on to number 3. Metal Sonic made its first appearance in what game? All right. Sonic is drowned, unfortunately. Who did it? I think we're going to go to Brandon for this one. Metal Sonic made its first appearance in what game?
Okay, the answer I wrote down is actually the theme song for this game because I forgot the name when I was writing it. But the game I had thought it was from, and I may be wrong, is Sonic CD. I don't know if that's right. Oh, okay. Derek's giving me a good reaction here. I answered to Ben Sonic Boom, which is the theme song.
I mean, technically, that is a different game series. That's
great point.
Derek, what did you put? Where was the first time we saw Metal Sonic?
I put Sonic CD. That is correct.
Let's go to the answer. That's right. It was, in fact, Sonic CD. So that's a point for Derek. Unfortunately, not a point for Brandon.
Really?
But that does. You put Sonic Boom. Did you put Sonic Boom? Ben, did he put
Oh
Sonic
my
Boom?
God. Okay.
Okay. It's whatever you
right.
put, not whatever you think later. It's whatever you submit.
Okay.
That's the answer. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So it was Sonic City. This game also featured the first appearance of Amy Rose, as well as the first appearance of Metal Sonic.
This one, having a Sega CD was like that. If I don't know what I would have done if as a child I could have had one, because it was so high on the list of things. Like I would just like look at EGM like the magazines and just like covet it so hard.
Yeah. It was like that. I would covet it as much as I'm assuming adults coveted laser discs.
I mean, was it
I had one.
Really?
Yeah,
What?
I had
You still
one.
have
I
it?
got it at a garage sale. I do still have it. It's at my sister's house in storage.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's
It
That's
was
cool.
like I didn't understand what I had at the time. I was like, this thing sucks. It's definitely not the Jaguar. Like, why do I even own this? And then later in life,
let's be clear. Sega CD did suck. I just wanted it really badly.
Yeah, there's a reason that it didn't stick around. It was the first hint of what was going to happen to their hardware lineup.
It's too painful.
Man, what a close though. I just in doing research for this, and I swear this isn't a question, but the last Sonic game produced for a Sega console was Sonic Adventure, which doesn't feel like that long ago, but it was 2002, 2001.
Yeah,
Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah, I think 2002 is
Like that.
right.
Sounds right.
Does Sonic Mania
yeah.
not count?
Well, it wasn't. It didn't come out. Well, actually, yeah. Is there a Sega console? I mean, other than if somebody hacked it, that you could actually play Sonic Mania on? That's
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I think that the reason you feel like it's not that far in the past is because they've re-released it pretty much every 2 years since. So
That's true. And I know it's the City Escape almost every day. Let's go on to question number 4. What is the only video game directly based off the 1992 animated series Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog? All right, Derek's looking confident about this one, so I'm going to go ahead and go to Brandon first.
Oh, good.
Because I'd rather hear you're flailing before I get to what looks to be just going by that dance, the correct answer. What do you got, Brandon?
This one is just a hunch, but I do not know if it's right. Sonic 3D Blast.
Okay.
That's a no
good
from
guess.
Derek. So it's good to know that one of the contestants is also the judge.
Derek, we have to play poker sometime. Derek, what did you put for this one?
You know what? Wait, Adventure. Okay. Oh no, I read it wrong. Okay, so just to back up real quick, I think I'm gonna get it wrong.
Sure.
Because
Okay.
there's actually, as you know, 3 Sonic the Hedgehog animated series from the 90s. So Adventures of Sonic
That's
the
true.
Hedgehog. There was also Sonic Sat-Am, that was the Saturday morning one. I was thinking of Sat-Am, which does have an analog game, which is Sonic Spinball, which is what I wrote, which
Sure.
I imagine is the wrong answer. I think the right answer
the wrong
is
answer.
Dr. Robotnik's Mean
Mean
Bean
Machine?
because that is the one from Matt Robotnik. Gosh darn it!
That is correct. Yeah, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine is what I was looking for.
Damn.
Son of a snake.
In this game, the character designs are all the ones from this particular, because Robotnik does look different in Sat-AM.
Yes.
And you also go up against, I can't recall the names of the chicken robot and the driller robot from that cartoon.
Scratch and Grounder.
Yeah.
Scratch and Grounder, yeah. And I believe Sniv or Snivy or whatever, Robotnik's little human assistant.
Snively.
Oh yeah.
Snively, thank you. appears in this game as well. And also, if you look at it, it's Puyo Puyo. It's Kirby Avalanche. It's just a popular game that they put Dr. Robotnik on.
Yep.
This is the weird thing that connects Dr. Robotnik to Kirby.
It is. It actually, it's funny. It's a game that I largely ignored just because it didn't have Sonic in it, and I think as a kid that was like the fact that you would devote resources to do something that did not have Sonic in it. I couldn't understand it. So I was delighted when they included it in Sonic Mania. There's a level where you actually have to beat Robotnik in a game of Mean Bean Machine or Puyo Puyo in order to beat the boss, and it's great. It's such a wonderful moment in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I only played it because like some collection had it at some point that was re-released on something. Yeah. And I played it for like 30 seconds, and I was like, I've played this 400 other times. I'm done.
Yeah. Candy Crisis. That's how I had it. Yeah, I love how in Kirby these are rocks, in Robotnik they're beans, in Candy Crisis they're candy. Like they can't be all these things.
Wait, Crisis? You mean Crush?
No, Candy Crush is the match 3 that you play on your phone.
Oh,
Candy
you're
Crisis.
right. You're right. I am fully wrong. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I'm on a streak of being wrong right now.
Can we put Times Bread is wrong in the corner? We don't.
Please
It's
don't.
okay.
I don't like your look, Ben.
Let's move on to question number 5. This one I'm pretty excited about. The 4 members of the Chaotix were introduced in the 1995 game Knuckles Chaotix. 3 of them, Vector the Crocodile, Appio the Chameleon, and Charmy B, returned as Team Chaotix in 2003's Sonic Heroes. Which 4th member of the Chaotix did not make the cut? Oh, everyone reporting in. Okay, great.
Yep.
Neither of you look particularly. Let's start with Derek. He looks the most anxious.
Well, I guess the reason being is that I was like, is this a trick question? Because and maybe I just had this wrong in my mind, but I was pretty confident that the 4 members were the 3 that you see on the screen and Knuckles. And so that's why I put Knuckles that he did not make the cut for the Team Chaotix in Sonic Heroes. Clearly he was in the game as part of Sonic's team, but now I'm like questioning reality.
Okay, I will say that this is not a trick question. Knuckles was also in the game. There was a 5th person, but the team is called in Chaotix. I'm pretty sure that this is right, and maybe I sort of biffed this a little bit. Chaotix. Knuckles is not a member of the Chaotix. They are Knuckles Chaotix. So, Brandon, let's go to you for hopefully the correct answer.
Mighty Armadillo. Right?
That is correct.
Baby.
Yes. The answer is Mighty the Armadillo. Yeah, there were 5 characters.
I missed that? Oh my gosh, such shame.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm hot now.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah. Apparently, when they were putting together, the Chaotix were a completely forgotten about thing until Sonic Heroes when they did the teams. I almost had this question be, who are the 3 members of Team Rose? Do you remember who the 3 members of Team Rose were? This isn't for points. This is just for...
I do.
Do not know. I actually don't know what we're talking about.
Oh, the game Sonic Heroes
was a game where...
No.
Yeah.
I just forgot that there was that other group. I do not know.
Yeah, I think that was Amy Rose, Big the Cat.
Yep.
And,
Rouge?
And the third was Cream the Rabbit.
Cream the Rabbit, yeah. No, Rouge was on Team Dark.
Oh, that's right.
With Shadow and E102 Omega. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And then Team Sonic was Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, of course.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's...
How dare you?
What? Why? Yes!
No, it's in parentheses. It's
got
not
it
a real
wrong.
point. it's next to it. It's an honorable point.
All right. Let's go ahead and proceed to question number 6. What happens if the Master Emerald is removed from Angel Island? All right, everyone's in. Let's go to Brandon this time. What happens if the master arrow?
It falls out of the sky.
Oh, devastating.
Yep.
Derek, did you come to the same conclusion?
I did, although I said that the island falls into the sea. So
Ooh.
I was looking at it from a different perspective there.
Wow, that's a glass half empty or full. Ooh.
Yeah, it's almost in the sky. Yeah, I'll take it. You can clearly see it's in the sky. It's above the ocean. From and to, I'll take it. Both points. Points all around.
Oh, really? But Sonic Boom doesn't get an answer, huh?
That's a song, and it's a game.
All right. Okay.
And what happens if you break the speed of sound? So no, I
Okay,
can't give it
all
to you.
right.
Can't do it.
Fine.
Yeah, it falls from the sky. Knuckles was right to keep it intact. His whole house would be destroyed.
Yeah, what a cleaning bill. It's so much worse with the rim shot.
Brandon, you're
If I go on one of those morning zoo radio shows, I love it. I would not change a thing.
Welcome to Jacob in the Thing.
And there goes 2 more viewers. All right.
we got Tails in the sky. Tell us how that traffic is, Tails.
Let's go to question number 7. What kind of chow is this?
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah, I know this isn't a fun. This is a very much I barely played that aspect of this game question. You did not play it, but you didn't play it very much. Let's start with Derek for this one. What kind of chow do you think this is?
Gosh, okay. So I was trying to think back to, like basically right, like the mechanism for growing the chow is you have like, the sort of template, and then you are giving them little animals and food, and that kind of pushes them in a certain direction, sort of like Tamagotchi. And I, for some reason, I was like, well, based on the markings and because of, the first level of Sonic Adventure, I was like, is it an orca whale?
Okay, that's a guess. Let's go over to Brandon for his guess.
So yeah, I'm assuming you were looking for a specific answer, like what flying type or animal type this is from, but I couldn't think of it, so I could not remember that system. So I just went super general. This is a dark chow.
Okay,
That's
let's
good.
go to the answer.
Ooh,
It's a
Big chow.
dark swim chow.
Yeah.
You know what, Brandon? I'll give you half a point for that one. I think that's okay.
Hey, sweet.
Yeah, half a point. And it's weird that you put
swim.
it's weird that you put orca because orcas do swim, but I
Yeah.
don't think there's from what I could find, I don't and hey, feel free to correct me in the chat, everybody, but I don't know that you can like infuse animals with chow to make like chow animal hybrids. I don't
You
know.
can. It just doesn't officially become one, but they gain like
Right.
traits of animals basically because
Yeah.
like you feed
Oh,
them.
okay.
They like absorb the energy of animals in a kind of fucked up way. But like they will then gain traits of them, like tiger arms or something.
Yes.
Something like that.
Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Because yeah, I almost used dark power chow. I didn't really read how to turn chows into chows. I was just like picture, boom. And one of them had like, the power one. Dark power had big beefy tiger arms. Okay, so it depends what animals you give it. Also, to make them dark versus hero, it depends on
Yeah.
who is raising them. Because it's Sonic Adventure.
Yes.
Sonic Adventure 2, so it's like Shadow or Rouge or
Right.
Sonic or Knuckles or whatever. So yeah, this is a dark one that was given orca meat to eat, I guess.
Yeah, it's a very Japanese chow.
This is a big. It feeds into the nature versus nurture debate. This is
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's a half point.
Remember, everyone, Derek's on Dad Cameo. He can get him today. On Dad.
So that's a half point for Brandon.
Thank you.
Let's keep things moving along. Question number 8. Who created Shadow the Hedgehog? To clarify, I'm not looking for the real person. I'm looking for in-game. What fictional character? I'm realizing this just now, how vague this is. All right. Once again, I will go with the least common person first. Brandon, who created Shadow the Hedgehog?
I remember. I can like see him in like I can see the cutscene in my eyes with like the Doctor and Maria, but I can't remember his name. So I entered Dr. Light from Mega Man.
An incredible crossover. He has a cameo, and it's never referenced again.
No, well, it's not impossible.
You know the guy who makes props? Now he makes hedgehogs, too.
Yeah.
The reason it's not impossible is because there's an official crossover between Mega Man and Sonic in comic form. There was
Oh right.
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
know, hey, that's a retcon waiting to happen.
Jacob's like, shit, that's a question later.
Unfortunately, question 13 will have to be changed.
Wow.
Can I just get credit for it now?
Yeah, we'll just wash that one out. We'll just skip that one. That's fucked up. Oh, I have a fun fact about this one. I hope it doesn't ruin the game later.
I'm so
It's
sorry.
fine. It was a softball. I knew you guys would know it. I've talked to you both separately about how crazy it is that crossover exists, so I knew you would know it. Anyway, Derek, who created Shadow the Hedgehog?
Okay.
What
so
in-universe Sonic character created Shadow the Hedgehog?
Okay, so I really, this is again, we're talking modern Sonic. So I played Sonic Adventure 2 one time, and I feel like I'm like it's right in front of me, and I don't want to biff it just because I think it's something else. So I think it's Dr. Robotnik because he was trying to create the ultimate life form.
All right, let's reveal
I have a guess. Okay, never mind.
Dr. Oh, sorry.
That's it.
Okay. You know what? Nah, I
Can't
don't.
do it.
You know,
No,
I don't
you
feel like
can't.
I don't feel
You
like I
can't
can
do
give you.
it.
I don't. I think if you have a point. No, I wasn't giving the full point. I wasn't giving the full point. I was thinking maybe half a point, but I don't actually feel like it.
It's a different
Yeah.
person.
It's a different person with a different colored mustache. So no, I can't.
I feel like in Jeopardy, you know, you just say the surname, and that suffices.
That's why I clarified. That's why very rarely do you see Dr. Robotnik's first name. I had to be like, no, it's Gerald, as opposed to the Ivo. Is this a real name that people have?
An actual name that exists in real life? I think it's like an Austrian name or something.
Okay.
Yeah, it could be sort of like Ivan.
Yeah. I mean, it's short enough. It could be. Yeah.
It's definitely
Anyway,
a real name.
so yeah.
I was about to share a fun fact, and then I was like, "No, Derek, don't do it."
Oh, yeah, it's a German origin name. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. But yeah, it was a different guy ages ago. Shadow is older. Shadow completely predates Sonic incredibly in the timeline of the universe. Anyway.
So does
But yeah,
his love
so
for a human woman.
Yeah, Maria. I'm more impressed that you remembered Maria.
Oh, it was the name that name was said 500 times in that game.
Yeah.
Hedgehogs and humans getting together.
Yep.
Anyway, let's move on to question number. Oh, okay. Well, here we go. We're getting this out of the way. What other video game character had an epic comic book crossover with Sonic entitled Worlds Collide, starting in 2013? We'll give both you guys a point for this one, and I'll just reveal the answer, which is Mega Man. Did you guys, either of you, read this?
Nope.
I still have not.
I tried. I started it.
Wow.
So
does that
basically, what
mean-
happened was the Sonic comics for years since the '90s were published by Archie Comics,
Right.
and then they
Mhm.
acquired in the 2010s they acquired the Mega Man license, and they're like, well, we have to. I mean, why wouldn't we? We can do this. And it seems like a perfect match. In order to understand this crossover, you have to have been reading the last year or two of Sonic and Mega Man comics, and I just didn't want to do it.
Can't just drop in. It's not a nice.
Yeah. I wanted to be able to go in blind, and the editors made it very clear that you could not do that.
Yeah, that was the problem with the series. Like people complain about DC being into its own lore. No, you've not read Sonic. That is not true.
DC reboots at this point they reboot every 3 or 4 years. The Sonic comics have not had a hard reboot since their introduction. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
No, well, I guess so when it switched to IDW, it was there was something of a reboot. I think they did adopt a lot of the elements of the old world, but they've technically they haven't introduced the entirety of the Sonic sort of grouping of characters and whatnot. So it's possible they'll go in a different direction, but stylistically it's feels pretty similar.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, a company switch makes sense for that, for a new.
Yeah.
Yeah, that scans. Okay, cool. Anyway, no point. What did we say? Did I give them both a point, or did no one get any point? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let's go to the next question. Question number 10. In some continuities, Dr. Robotnik was a good guy before an accident made him evil. What was his name before the accident? Oh,
Hell yeah.
wow. Okay. Before we get into the answer, Somnul has who helped me test these questions, by the way. Sonic says Maria every time he dies. So if you've played Shadow, excuse me. So if you've ever played anything with Shadow, you've heard the word Maria. Yeah, at least 500. Brandon, wow, you must not have been very good.
It's every time you ran into one of the 5 billion glitches in that poorly made game. I love it. I actually am angry that Derek only played it once. I played it 100 times, but also it was poorly made.
Wait,
I loved an overworld. I think that killed it for me. I was like, I love an overworld, and it was just
So anyway, let's go to they put it in the same time. So let's just start with Derek. Derek, what was Dr. Robotnik's original name before he turned evil?
So this is the one I actually did stop myself from saying this earlier because I was about to share this fun fact that before he was a bad guy, Dr. Robotnik was a good guy, and his name was Dr. Ovi Kintabor.
Brandon, what was your guess?
Kintabor.
Yeah, that is correct. Dr. Ovi Kintabor. I don't have Ovi here because I think they didn't decide his name was Ovi until much later. But yeah, this is actually from the very first Sonic comic book ever made in 1991 to promote the game. If you look closely there, that's Sonic looking more like a regular, actual hedgehog.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then some experiment that Dr. Kitobor does on him, he gives him the shoes, the famous shoes, and turns him blue and makes him go so much faster. And then the same machine that turned Sonic blue and made him faster, with a hard-boiled egg, Dr. Kitobor touched it and turned into the evil Dr. Robotnik.
Hence Eggman.
It's really stupid.
Wait, and I think... Okay, wait, I'm not going to say anything.
If it's more stuff about comics, this is... I'll go ahead and then Ovi Kintabor came back in some form in alternate reality past or something, and was a supporting character in some of the other comics. But I tried to find specifically this comic because Ovi Kintabor in the other comics is basically a skinny Robotnik. In this, he just looks like a person who could really exist.
Sorry, does that imply that eggs are inherently evil? Because he got the trait of the egg, so he became evil?
Sounds like it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, when you think about it, we all came from ovum, right? And we are all marked by original sin. So, ergo, eggs are evil.
Yeah. If there was ever time for a
I'll
rim
buy
shot.
it. Salvador will point out that he looks like Dr. Wiley. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, that crossover was years in the making.
Also, wait,
It completely makes sense. They both do robots. They both fight blue things. These guys should be best buds.
Yeah, they really should.
Out of curiosity, Jacob, do you know if this is part of? So this, I never really read Sonic the Comic, which is the like UK comic series. Which actually, the thing I always appreciated about them was they actually explained things from the games, like the light posts and whatnot, like the
Yeah.
things that the cartoons in the US and the comics in the US just like that was like maybe window dressing at best. There was never any like sincere engagement. So I was wondering, is this from that, or was this all like just its own one-off?
I believe that yeah, I don't know if this is from that, but it was the same team. It was the same people. And this sort of functioned as the first issue. When I was a kid, I got like, I don't even remember what comic it was. It could have been a Marvel or DC comic, or it could have been an Archie comic. I don't know. But it had this 12-page insert that showed the origin of Sonic and then the first time he ever fights Dr. Robotnik.
Wow.
And how the animals are like, we need to find Dr. Quintabor. Dr. Quintabor can help us. And Sonic is like, no, he's too far gone. There's nothing we can do. And then they wanted that to be a motivating factor for Sonic. Like, he's not just fighting to save the planet Mobius. He's fighting to bring back Dr. Quintabor and undo the accident. And
that's a good motivation. That makes sense.
that's a good motivation. He did not run that. Whoever came up with that did not run it by Sonic Team because they were like, no, he's an asshole. That's it.
Just to answer the
Yes.
question. So Jacob alluded to it earlier, but it's actually because it's a promotional comic book. It was it was featured in Disney Adventures, Electronic Monthly, and Sega Visions. So it wasn't part of that series. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It was Disney. I forgot that I was a Disney Adventure subscriber as a wee lad.
So dope.
Nobody make fun of me. Let's move on to question number 11.
Highlights subscription.
Did you live in a dentist office? Question number 11. What character's kidnapping sets off the story of Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood? All right, everyone reporting in. I think Derek got to it first, so let's go ahead and start with Derek. Derek, what character's kidnapping sets off the story of the first and maybe only Sonic RPG, Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood?
I do search eBay every now and again for a copy. I have no idea. That truly. So I went with Cream the Rabbit.
Okay.
I have played this. I played it when it came out. I beat it, and it speaks a lot to it that I don't remember any of it. So I literally also said Cream the Rabbit.
High five.
Yeah, dog.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I thought that maybe you guys would put Cream because that's a character that I have not done a question about yet. But in truth, it was Knuckles. Yeah.
Wow.
And then a different echidna from Angel Island shows up and teams up with Sonic and the gang to help find him. And then eventually you find him and he teams up.
Wow.
You find him not too far into the game. You get Knuckles back. But yeah, Knuckles is they beat Dr. Robotnik. They're all hanging out. Knuckles gets kidnapped. That's how the game starts.
I can't believe I don't remember any of that.
I almost had a question about the echidna, but that character literally only showed up in this game. And I was like, man, I played it.
There's no way. Yeah, nope.
That is it. Well, this is all the more reason I gotta get a copy just to keep in my boxes.
Yeah. Brandon, I mean, you don't remember it very well, but do you recall the game being like good?
I mean, yeah, it was like action RPG-ish in that like it wasn't an action RPG officially, but like it was turn-based, but they gave it good rhythm, is what I remember. I remember the system like it not feeling like sluggish in the way that turn-based RPGs had started to feel at that point in history. So that's what I remember.
Okay.
I remember it being like an okay time.
It got a 3.5 out of 5, pretty much average, and then but like 90% of people like it. It's like a bad movie that you can't put down.
Sounds right.
Okay.
So okay, let's just be real. Sonic people are online a lot, so don't pay attention to that.
Yeah, there is a diehard fan. They're like the opposite of Mario. They will make every game the top-rated game that they possibly can.
It's the opposite
Sonic
of review
Spinball
bombing.
would go platinum if it could. Yeah.
Okay, that was good.
Let's go to question number 12. This one, I will not be enforcing the time limit for this one because of the nature of this question. So you can just take take all the time you need for this
I'm
one.
worried.
Yeah, this one is called Find the Fakes. These are 10 stages. 5 of them are the names of real stages that were part of the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 beta that did not make it to the final game, and 5 of them were made up by me and Kevin, who helped me with this question. You get 5 guesses.
One of
Each
those
correct
names.
one is worth half a point. Okay, so yeah, this one was this is a long one, but let's go to Derek. You submitted first, so let's see what were the 5 that you thought were real.
Okay. So yeah, so really included in the beta. So
in the beta, but none of these made it to the final game.
Yes, correct. Okay, so I'm pretty confident that I have 4 or 5. So Dust Hill Zone, number 1, definitely. I remember that from the magazines, and I was so upset when it wasn't in the actual game. Genocide City Zone, I know, because that's just an insane name, and it actually is in the beta.
Is it really?
It is. It is.
I thought Jacob made that one up.
It's truly like, but like one of the most insane. Like who was involved? I'm wondering if it maybe was like in Japanese, like it meant something different, and then like they just kind of translated over. But anyway, yeah, that one I know for sure. So Wood Zone, I know that one's real because it was an unfinished level that you could actually play around in. Okay, so here's where I get a little nervous. So Hidden Palace Zone is the one that they actually then eventually did include in the Sonic 2 mobile version that used Taxman's Sonic engine. So I'm pretty confident about that that's referencing that and not yeah, that wasn't in the game. So anyway, and then the last one, I think this is right because I think I remember reading about this, but although I could be wrong because I think it's a Sonic Advance level as well. But Neo Green Hill Zone, I think that was an early name for the first stage. So anyway, those are my 5. So Dust Hill, Genocide City, Hidden Palace, Neo Green Hill, Wood Zone.
Okay, Brandon, what were your guesses?
Mine are almost my first three are the same: Genocide City, Dust Hill, and Wood. And then I figured based on the naming at convention, actually, at that point, I was just going based on how they usually name levels, in that they always have they never go by one word names. But I mean, like, of course they do. It's happened, but it's not common. So I straight up did Echo and Mirror because of that. I don't know.
All right, let's go to the next slide to show this is the actual screen, the actual level select screen from the beta. And I've indicated, see, because some of these are, in fact, in there, but the 5 that I pointed at, Derek got 5 for 5.
Damn.
Yeah. Wood, here, I can't quite see it on that title of the screen. Yeah, Wood Zone, Hidden Palace Zone, Dust Hill Zone, Genocide City Zone, Neo Green Hill Zone. So yeah, nicely done.
Thank you.
Very impressive.
Wow.
So that is
that's
2.5 points for Derek, 1.5 points for Brandon. Which, does that tie the game up? Oh no, Brandon is still ahead by half a point. Oh no, he's not.
No?
Derek is now ahead by half.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Fine. Okay, fine.
Brandon gets 1.5 because he got 3. Yeah. What is that? Does that put us in a tie? Oh, Derek, Brandon's ahead by half a point. Okay, cool. Right, because he got 3 of them.
Yeah, half a point
Indeed,
per,
Okay, cool.
right?
Half a point per, yeah. All right. I was hoping that would spread things out a bit, and actually it's narrowed the gap. So
It was
and
good.
we're in the home stretch now. 4 more questions. Let's go ahead and go to question 12. When swimming in the 100-meter freestyle event in Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, what style of swimming does Sonic use?
Wow.
Oh, everyone's in. Okay. Let's go to Brandon first. Did you play this game, Brandon?
Nope. Totally guessing.
Okay. What do we got?
Butterfly.
All right. Let's go to Derek for Derek's guess.
Brandon and I, I feel truly a kindred spirit in him, because I think we think the same way about the things we don't know. I also said butterfly. I said butterfly. I was really torn, because I was like, maybe he does like, spin dash or something, because it's like Sonic. But then I was just like, but he probably does something real. So I was kind of between backstroke and butterfly.
Yeah.
Backstroke just because he's so cool that he would do all that. But there you go. No separation here.
Well, you were right in that he's in the water, but wrong in that he is swimming. He just runs underwater.
Are you fucking serious?
When you're good at something, you just do the thing. He just runs underwater. Every other character in both Mario and Sonic they do a real style of swimming. Sonic just gets underwater and runs as fast as he can.
God,
I thought that for a second. I was like, there's no way he just does that. That'd be stupid.
I truly, I guess I should not have underestimated Sega's, fealty to the lore, because Sonic can't swim. And so
Right.
that didn't even
Wait, what are you talking about? He swims in so many. That's why the drowning music we're playing, because he swims all the time.
No,
No,
he
but
just
he
runs.
He just runs
Oh my
underwater. He actually
Yeah.
just runs underwater. He jumps
Oh my
and he
God,
floats,
right.
but he's just running.
Yep. So Seamus also
That's
wants half
fucking
a
crazy.
point. Seamus wants half a point for having guessed this, and I think you
Yeah,
should lose half a point, Jacob.
I'll give. I'll say that Seamus will get half a point for calling that. Brandon, don't look at the chat. Sometimes there's answers in there.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, that's one of the jaw rules. Take a drink.
Oh, all right.
So yeah, no points for that one. But I didn't think anyone would get that. I just think it's very, very funny. Moving on to, oh my God, we're almost out. Really? Almost done? Did I miss a question?
You had skipped the Mega Man one.
Oh, you're right. That was question number 13. I thought that was question number 12. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Question number 14. What is the title of the upcoming Sonic game developed by Sonic Team and set in Starfall Islands to be released for Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox in late 2022? Let's look to the future.
Ooh, baby.
All right, everybody's in. Let's go to Brandon first. Brandon, what was your answer?
That is Sonic Frontier. Yeah, you
Garrick,
know,
what was your answer?
we were hyped.
So okay, wait. Maybe I can get a little separation here if I happen to be right. So,
Okay.
if I heard right, Brandon, you said Sonic Frontier, and I
Yes?
said Sonic Frontiers.
Oh, interesting.
I'm giving Brandon. You both get a point. Jesus
Okay,
Christ!
thank
Come on,
God.
man. Are you kidding me, Derek? Are you serious?
I said the right answer on Dr. Robotnik, and you're not going to give me that.
Oh my God. Get out of here.
Ah,
Come on.
Jesus,
what is this?
I'm
We have
playing
the
under
judges.
protest
We have the
now.
judges ruling. Come on.
No, it's not called a Star War movie. It's not Star War. There's more than one war in the Star Wars. No, we're doing. Everyone gets the point for that. Yeah. Are you guys excited?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's,
All right.
okay. As excited as you can get for a new Sonic game.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Sonic is always bad, so.
So, I said my three conditions were if they had Dreams Come True involved, who did the original music, if they had what was the other there was like two other things. If Taxman Christian Whitehead was involved in the development at all, because he was the one who did Sonic Mania. And yeah, but failing that, Sonic Team, you know, they shoot for the middle and they always fall in the lower
Yes.
23rd.
Yeah, like if it was like too weird, I would be so happy because they never go too far. They
Yeah.
always decide to just half-ass whatever their idea is.
Yeah. But I'm gonna get it. So
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah,
I do
same.
love the idea. I do love the idea of a Sonic open world game because I feel like open world games you really want to like look everywhere and take your time and explore every nook and cranny, which is not something that you do in Sonic games. You run past everything and you get there as quickly as you can.
Nope.
no,
Don't have time to sit and learn to cook.
We need a. Go ahead.
Oh well, no, I was just gonna say I think they're just taking a page out of I mean I hope so, taking a page out of all the like fan developers who actually have made like Sonic open world concept games and which are amazing. Like you just get to like do these incredible long jumps and run through vast forests and whatnot. So I kind of feel like, you know, at some point we'll find out that someone from that world was involved. But anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to step on your joke, Brandon.
Oh no, yeah, I don't remember. It wasn't a real joke. I was just basically re-saying what everyone was already saying. It wasn't a real joke. It's fine.
I love because the two comments I've seen about this game are people because now every game that comes out, people just say is a Breath of the Wild ripoff because that's the only thing the internet knows how to say. But I do think that people calling this Breath of the Hedgehog is very, very funny.
That is good stuff.
Let's move on to the final question of the day. This is it, and it's so close. It's a half-point difference. So if one of you gets it right and the other one doesn't, that person wins. The final question: what is the name of James Marsden's character from the live-action 2020?
You son of a bitch.
All right, Brandon, cursing. You have to go first.
I did not see this movie. So
It's
I
what?
so yeah, I did not see it. Yeah, I know. You know, it's like straight up, it's like COVID related. Like it is like thinking about it reminds me of like of lockdown. So I just have not seen it.
It was the best thing that happened in 2020. And I know that Biden won in 2020 and Trump lost. This was still a little bit better.
I fully guessed. I said Chris. I don't know.
Chris. Because that was
What's a
his name in 30 Rock?
What's a yeah? What's a white guy name? Yeah, it actually did pop to me. I was like, I don't know, the 30 Rock name.
Christopher Cross.
Yeah.
All right, let's Derek. Derek looks pretty confident, and this could
Okay.
win you the game. So
Yeah,
let's
this
hear
might
it.
be it.
Okay, so here's my pitch. Okay,
Uh-oh.
because I know. So it doesn't specify here. So that's what I'm gonna play in the gray. Is that you didn't say the name by which any particular character knows him,
Oh
and
Christ!
Sonic knows him by a name that Sonic develops for him, which is Donut Lord, which is correct. I know that is correct.
You got to give it to him. Like that's he look, that's a name that is given by someone who watched the movie.
Anyway, the name I was looking for was Tom Wachowski, which is a white guy name. However, in the interest of fun and fairness and having fun and being yourself, I'm going to go ahead and award Derek with half a point.
Yeah.
Oh, half a point.
Which means that our final score is 8-8.
Oh boy.
It's a tie
Wow.
game.
And you know
Can-
why that's so
Can I say
perfect?
the only reason I know the name of that dude in that movie? I did get wine drunk and watch this at a drive-in, so I don't remember anything about it. But I remember because I was wine drunk, thinking it sounded like Tom Wazowski, and I was like, "That's pretty close to the one I made." That's the only reason I remember that.
That is fantastic. No, I truly, in a certain way, you know, I'm always a fan of numerology, and the fact that we both got eights, and eights being the closest thing to a Mobius strip
Ooh,
in
love
number
that.
form, and Sonic is from the planet Mobius. It's like I feel like this was meant to be.
Beautiful.
Oh, I thought you were going to say because an 8 is what Sonic's legs look like when he runs.
Oh, there you go. Also good.
Yeah. Which came first? That's the real question.
I do know which game that came in. The figure 8 position.
Me too.
Oh, really?
Okay, we both know.
Which one? That was
It was
going to
an
be the
answer to
tiebreaker. But I think we could...
it was an answer to a previous question.
Oh, Sonic CD?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Anyway, that does conclude our game.
I changed the scores.
Oh, great.
Hell yeah.
Amazing. Thank you guys so much for playing. This has been a great one-up. Well, I don't know what next week is, but we haven't booked it. But 2 weeks from now, the game will be Marvel vs. Capcom 2 trivia. Yeah. So just that game, not Marvel vs. Capcom, the second one. So be sure to come back and check that out. That'll be in 2 weeks. Next week, it'll be a different contestants, a different theme. So please come back for that one. Thank you so much to Brandon and to Derek for playing, our co-winners, and to Ben, the producer. This has been another episode of One Up. I'm Jacob. Stay tuned to Super Trash TV for all your fun gaming needs, and I'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.